We're here today at VegPro, one of their farms, as part of our study tour, and we are very happy and pleased that they've given us opportunity to bring our distinguished partners with us. On my immediate left is Gareth, a good friend of ours, who is also the general manager for production for the VegPro group. Okay. GIRSAL has a technical arrangement with VegPro, and we've been working together to see how we could do a number of trials, commercial trials and assistance. So for the past 3 years, we've been training bankers. We've also brought some bankers over to Kenya as part of our capacity building. And VegPro has, over the last 2-3 years, allowed us to roll out that program, and we are extremely grateful.
Welcome to Gorge Farm. Just do an introduction. My name's Gareth Wilkie. I've been with VegPro for 13 years. It's my 14th year actually. So you're on our biggest farm here. It's a 1,000-hectare site. So we've got 12 hectares of herbs. We have 30 hectares of soft fruit, and then we have 1,000 hectares of veg. So basically, we also have a pack house here, a propagation unit. We have a biodigester, which is 2.4 megawatt, which means that we're completely off the grid here. And we have a personal producer's license, so we actually produce electricity and supply the excess that we don't use back to the grid. And then we've just recently put up 150 hectares of avocados on site. So we've just finished the harvest season on avocados and managed to pick our targets. We picked 6 tons and our target was 5 tons. So we're very happy with ourselves.
My name is Philip Oedo, Managing Director of CalBank. This trip has been quite impressive, an eye-opening trip for us as bankers to understand the agri value chain. I would say that my perception and my understanding of what needs to be done from a financing perspective to be able to develop the agri sector has changed quite dramatically, because we see how primary agri farming is carried out in a very scientific way. We see how it's integrated into processing and into the marketing cycle. We see how research and development supports the whole agri value chain. I would say that for us in Ghana, we have to have a whole paradigm shift about how we finance agri, our understanding of the sector and what it brings to us as a country. This is a very important trip, and my expectation is that we will be able to come together and take a medium to long-term view of this sector and be able to support the sector for the sector to grow. I should say that GIRSAL has done a very good job of putting this together, and I do hope that we would start seeing the outcomes of this in terms of the various discussions that we've had as to what the next steps would have to be, and see the benefits of all this.
Well, good evening. My name is Al-Hassan Yakubu Chale, MD of ADB. First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank GIRSAL for giving us the opportunity to witness again another success story in the agri sector. It reinforces our financing model, that is the value chain for financing, and we are very happy about this. For a bank whose core mandate is to provide financial intermediation to the agri sector, this was a very important trip for us. It also shows or tells us that, look, we can do more. We have invested, as ADB, we've invested over $1 billion, over 1.2 billion in the agri sector. And seeing what we've seen here, I mean, I think we can do much more. It also tells us that with GIRSAL, we can partner with GIRSAL to even de-risk the sector and do much more for the agri sector in Ghana.
My name is Atajan, Deputy Managing Director for Fidelity Bank. I joined the GIRSAL sponsored trip to Kenya, and it has been an incredible experience. The insight we've gained in the agri value chain, right from the production to distribution, processing, is an eye-opener. And the potential of agri to transform an economy was actually demonstrated. We saw it work in real practice. As a banker, I now understand the risks and the knowledge that comes with such trips. You see firsthand how agri develops and the business opportunities, employment opportunities, the impact that agri is making in the East African region. Normally when we mention agri, we limit ourselves to farming. Farming is just a point in the value chain of agribusiness. And there are so many opportunities right from the farming through transportation, processing, and exports. And that, for me, is how I see agri today. It's going to be something that is going to change how my bank, Fidelity Bank, works with other institutions like GIRSAL, the DBG, and like-minded institutions, as well as development partners, to be able to push agri. In the sector today, every single bank wants to diversify their investment portfolio, and we are looking for opportunities, and we can't find them because of the economic challenges we face as a country. If we sponsored agri is a way and a good sector to diversify into if you want to diversify your investment portfolio. And that is a key takeaway from this trip.
So my name is Linus Kumi. I work with GCB Bank. I take care of the corporate banking business that cuts across various sectors, which includes agriculture. So this tour, starting from the very beginning, processing right through the farm and through its energy, has really exposed my understanding of the sector back to back. It's given us more details on how business integration works within the agri-business environment and how banks do support in that environment. We mooted a few ideas, putting up an infrastructure facility that allows farmers or cultivators to plug into. I'm thinking of banks coming together, forming a JV, setting up, say, an irrigation system up north of the Volta Lake, that each farmer that wants to do business that needs irrigation connects to it, just like we did with GCNet and other programs, and it's run privately outside governments. That, I believe, will be very impactful. The overall opportunities that this program gives us is more collaborations among ourselves. Look, we can compete as banks. However, I think co-competition is the way to go. We will collaborate and then define what sort of sectors we need to play in and play well. I also think that GIRSAL's plan around the whole program is very successful and also has, taken bankers to the next level where we appreciate the business. I think we should do more of such things. We should be able to take this even locally, engage more locally, and achieve those results that we want to achieve in this environment.
My name is Jayat Kwetu, and I'm the General Manager for Credit for Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited. This agri-business store has been an eye-opener for me. A company that has existed for over 40 years, employing over 6,000 people, is not an easy thing to do. And I have realized that agriculture is not just about farming. Agriculture is business. This is a business that has farms, that has logistics, that is into production, and has taken over the whole processing chain, the value chain of the business, creating employment for the locals. There's something like waste in the business. Even waste are turned to either power, or the rejected export products are turned into food for people to eat. I think this is a good thing. It is opening my mind such that I need to look at agriculture differently. Open my mind, try to do things differently, because this is what can change the system. This is what can change the fundamentals of the country. So as a feedback from this visit, we are going back to look at things differently, continue to partner with GIRSAL to see how best we can support agribusiness in the country.